Thanks for taking the time to watch this quick video which highlights why Roscon is regarded as the industry-leading fire engineers to assist your owners corporation with building notices, building orders and emergency orders. Prior to your owners corporation receiving a notice or an order via the Municipal Building Surveyor, the Victorian Cladding Task Force, led by the Victorian Building Authority, have verified that there is an acceptable level of danger to life based on the combustible external cladding that does not comply with the Building Code of Australia. If you received a building notice, it will denote that the external walls of the building consist of combustible materials, which are contrary to specification C1.1 of the Building Code, which requires that all external walls and attachments to be non-combustible. As an owners corporation, you are now required to show cause in writing within 30, 60 or 90 days why occupation of the building should not be prohibited, or why you should not replace all combustible materials or carry out other items denoted in the notice or order. We understand this is very frustrating and stressful time for all owners and occupants of the building, as the notice is an encumbrance on selling your asset, in turn reducing the asset value and increasing your insurance premium. Our team of registered fire engineers and building practitioners are here to assist you and guide you through this difficult period. Firstly, Roscon will obtain an extension of time for your owners corporation to show cause. Being the industry leader, we have working relationships with municipal building surveyors throughout Victoria. Our engagement then involves working with all stakeholders, including but not limited to the issuing municipal building surveyor, previous fire engineers and building surveyors, just to name a few. This ensures Roscon is able to put the best foot forward when submitting a response to the show cause requirements, as you only have one opportunity to get this correct. Roscon will conduct a fire engineering review in line with the International Fire Engineering Guidelines to look at the possible performance solutions or deemed to satisfy provisions which only a fire engineer can submit. This process can save considerable funds on rectification works rather than just replacing all the combustible materials, which could cost millions of dollars. For this to occur, a fire engineering brief and a fire engineering report will be needed to be completed. These two documents provide an approach to justify the performance solutions identified through qualitative and quantitative analysis statements. Statistical or other supportive evidence will also be used where assumptions for fire engineering analysis are made. For example, Roscon will conduct destructive testing during our on-site inspections and have samples of any aluminium composite material tested through a NATA accredited laboratory. This provides us with the amount of organic polymer and or inert filler or polyethylene within the ACP to be able to categorise a building from the BRE index. The majority of products tested will fail the relevant Australian standard, AS 1530 Part 1. However, using a fire engineer and completing a fire engineering brief and report allows Roscon to develop performance solutions for your building. Choosing a consultant who isn't registered with the Victorian Building Authority as a fire engineer to initially save costs in response to your show cause requirements could cost the owners corporation millions of dollars in rectification works, as the only solution other consultants can provide is complete removal based on the failed test data required against AS 1530 Part 1. At the time of producing this video, Roscon is one of only 2 fire engineers in Victoria that have been granted access to the risk matrix the Victorian Building Authority used to direct the municipal building surveyor to issue your owners corporation a building notice. This allows Roscon to look at the initial rating of a building, extreme, high, moderate or low, and subsequently design fire engineering solutions and run design simulation through the Victorian Building Authority's risk matrix to reduce the risk rating of a building, thus reversing engineering solutions and presenting a compelling argument to have the building notice revoked as quickly as possible, lifting the encumbrance on selling your asset and restoring the asset value. As a registered domestic and commercial unlimited builder, Roscon can also assist in the project management of any building or emergency orders which require rectification works, including advising the committee of funding options available rather than raising special levies. Roscon has provided expert advice and recommendations to the Senate Committee for Non-Compliant Cladding and is in regular contact with the Victorian Cladding Task Force to provide expert advice and recommendations. As the industry leading fire engineers for cladding, our team look forward to assisting Victorians through this difficult period.